All right, so this part is the analogous color schemes, and analogous is 3 to 4 colors that are right next to each other on the color wheel. No colors are skipped. Today we're going to do yellow, yellow, green, green, then red, red, orange, orange, and then blue, blue, violet, and violet. All right, towards the bottom of your paper, you want to label analogous colors, yellow, yellow, green, green. Do your arrow and a long rectangle. Then do that for red, red, orange, orange, and blue, blue, violet, violet. This is what it's going to look like when we're done, where we transition from our primary to our intermediate to our secondary. And here is the demonstration video. So I'm going from yellow, yellow, green to green, and I need to get my yellow, green ready. So I'm going to move yellow over onto my palette. You can also use your mixing tray on your watercolors. Then I'm going to take a tiny dot of green, because green will overpower yellow, to come up with my yellow green. And notice I do just a little bit at a time. And now that my yellow green is about ready, so I'm putting some more yellow back in. I'm going to start with my yellow. You don't want it too watery, but just enough that now when you add your yellow green, it starts to mix with each other. And if you have too much water on your paintbrush, you can dry your paintbrush, and then it'll also help pick up some of the water on the paper if it's getting too much water and it's starting to go places. So now I've gone from yellow, yellow, green, and on the other side, I'm going to paint my green. Notice how I dry my paintbrush. I don't want it too wet when I blend to get that transition, yellow, yellow, green to green. So next up is red, red, orange, orange. And I want to get my red, orange ready so my paint doesn't dry while I'm mixing it on the paper. If I started with red and then try to mix my red, orange, then my red would probably dry. So you can mix, you can take orange and put a little dot of red in. I just went with red and yellow to get my red orange. So I'm starting with my red. Get that painted, dry off my paintbrush, then get some of my red orange and have that transition there. So you can tell I have a lot of water on my paper. So I am drying off my paintbrush so it doesn't get too saturated with water. And now I go in with my orange, just my straight orange. So anytime I have too much water, I just dry off my paintbrush. All right, so now I'm doing my blue, blue, violet, violet. And to make my blue, violet, I'm using blue with a little dot of red. Okay, so you want, for blue, violet, you definitely want more blue and less red. You could start with your violet and then add some blue into it. You can try that. I'm putting my blue violet there, and then on the right, I will end up putting my violet. And I have a lot of water going on, so I'm drying off my paintbrush and trying to get some of that water off. And there you go. So once again, this should be your finished example, is what it should look like.